Hi everyone, welcome to this video. So in this video, I will give you a quick review on lesson 18. So lesson 18 is again principle of addition and multiplication, but this time is the second part. So we will use what we have learned last week to solve more word problems basically. So let's start from the first get ready question and see whether you really get the idea we have learned last week. So in Safa's wardrobe, there are 5 different t-shirts, 3 different pairs of trousers, and 6 different running shoes. How many unique outfits can she choose to wear? So last week, we learned that if they are the AND case, or we can say that they are steps, so you have multiple decisions to make, then we need to use multiplication, right? So you have to pick a t-shirt, and then pick a pair of trousers, and then picking running shoes. So that's why we should use multiplication. So there are 5 choices for t-shirts. No matter which one you pick, there will be 3 choices of trousers. And then no matter which combination of t-shirts and trousers you pick, there will always be 6 choices for running shoes. So that's why it is 5 times 3 times 6. That's how many? 15 times 6, which is 90. So the answer is 90. There are 90 such outfits. Okay, now we go on to questions 2. So how many different arrangements are possible for 4 students queuing in a row? Okay, this one we also learned it last week. So basically we need to write down the 4 position, right? Because you are lining up 4 students. So let's say this is the first, this is the second, this is the third place, this is the fourth place. So let's decide who is in the first place first. It can be any one of those 4 students. So you have 4 choices. And then no matter which one you pick, the second place will only have 3 choices left because one student already is in the first place. So there are 3 students left for you to pick in the second place. So we do 4 times 3. Because once again, there's steps, right? You pick the first place and then the second place and then the third place and then the fourth place. Okay, now the third place will only have 2 students left for you to pick. So that's why this is a 2. And then finally, the fourth place, there is only 1 remaining students for you to pick. So that's why it is 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, which is 24. So there are 24 such combinations. There are 24 arrangements. Okay, now we go on to the last questions. Let's get ready. Okay, without using the same numbers twice, you can make how many different 2-digit numbers with 1, 3, and 7. So these type of questions, we haven't learned it last week, but this is actually what we are going to learn, kind of. So for this type of questions, it's basically like the lining up question, the queuing question, but this time you want to queue up the digits instead of queuing up the people. Okay, so because how you queue the digits is how you create numbers, right? So this time you cannot use same numbers twice, be careful. And then you want to make a 2-digit numbers. So let's start from a tree diagram. So let's think about the 10th digit. So what are the options for the 10th digit? It can be any one of these 3, right? So 1, 3, or 7. So that's why there are 3 options for the 10th column. So be careful, this 3 is not the digit 3. This 3 is, there are 3 choices that you can make in the 10th digit. Okay, so be careful. Now, once you pick a digit for the 10th column, now you have to decide what to pick in the 1st column, right? So no matter which one you pick in the 10th column, there will always only be 2 options left for you to pick in the 1st column. The reason is because you cannot use the same digit twice, right? So if you pick 1 already, the 1st digit can only be 3 or 7. If you pick 3 already, the 1st digit can only be 1 or 7. If you pick 7 already, then the 1st digit can only be 1 or 3, right? So no matter which one you pick, there are always 2 options left in the 1st digit. So we can do 3 times 2, which is 6. So there are 6 such numbers. Okay, which 6 is basically 13, 17, 31, 37, 71, 73. Okay, so that's basically how we do it. So it's the same concept that we have learned last week. So if you understand all these 3 questions, then you will be ready for the upcoming lesson.